does not know the government and corporate secrets that are running his life. He just knows that they exist. So he will tell you that there are secrets, but he can't tell you that what the secrets are. He's just very passionate about the fact that there are secrets.
Okay. There are secrets.
Neil Breen's amazing, and we need to watch a Neil Breen movie at some point. Hi, and welcome to episode 13 of 12 Thoughts, featuring Jason Reimink, who at one point recorded an episode with me in the Winchester. And
well, we tried to record.
No, we went through all the questions, and then we realized
we did not record anything.
Yeah, the recording didn't record. So I just spilled tobacco all over my lap. Jason and I just had a lovely dinner at Stella's, and I'm a little intoxicated. I don't know about you.
A little, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do this.
Do this, Leroy.
Hell yeah. Who are you?
I am Jason Reimink.
Cool. Where are we?
We are at Oak Street Park.
We sure are. Look at this beautiful surroundings, kind of. So I got back from camping yesterday, and I got out of the car that I rode here with, and I smelled Founders from my apartment. I was like, back in Grand Rapids, because it smells like beer.
Beer!
It smells like baby beer.
Fierce.
Question number 1. What was your last dream you can remember?
So, I was out at the point at the end of my lawn, and floating by was Jesse Rios from my
I remember Jesse Rios.
My high school. He was also briefly one of the many Bud Frumps in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
Okay, so for those of you at home, Holland Civic Theater did a production of How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, and they went through how many Bud Frumps? Like 4 or 5?
4 or 5, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And things happened, including with Jesse, where he wound up having a schedule change with his new job that did not allow him any sleep if he were to be in the show. So he opted for sleep over performing.
I mean, it's a healthy decision.
It's a healthy decision. And Jesse was tubing by, and I went, oh wait, Jesse Rios, and he was like, huh? Like, Jesse Rios. And then he saw me on the shore, and he was like, oh hey, hug me. And I was like, I'm in clothes to go to work, but okay, I guess I'll go out in the lake.
That was your dream?
That was my dream.
I have to apologize to all the folks at home because I'm holding my laptop on my lap for the first time in 12 Thoughts. And so it's going to be a little shaky cam because I'm intoxicated.
And
sorry about that.
Yeah.
Was there more to the dream?
No.
No. Just Jesse Rios wanted to give you a hug and you were wearing business clothing.
Actually, I wasn't wearing business clothing. It was just that I was about to go out to work, and it was like, I don't want to be,
soaking wet
in work clothes.
Isn't this area beautiful?
Yes.
I'm sorry, you're getting the second ever intoxicated 12 Thoughts. First one was Brooke Bruce.
Woo!
So good. Go check out episode 8. There's a lot of whiskey in this. It's so good. Question number 2. What was your most memorable dream?
Okay, yeah, that's definitely the one in which I was an emissary for the local spirits, and wound up killing a young girl who was the scion of a industrial family.
Wow, what kind of industry?
Some kind of chemical manufacturing. It started out, I was wandering about with kind of a band of hooligan friends from high school. None of us were actually hooligans, but in the dream we were. And all of a sudden, as I had been left to dig something up, I was approached by Death, the spirit thereof. And Death informed me that the local spirits were having issues with a new family that was coming in, chemical manufacturing. The actions of their manufacturing were killing local spirits, and I needed to go under cover of some kind of magic disguise with him and be a tutor for the young girl, about 4 or 5 who was their daughter and try to help her understand the necessity of local spirits and save the spirits by teaching the next generation.
Wow.
So then we approached. I was magically transformed into the tutor. The death followed me as a small white terrier, who was my pet.
This is really involved.
And for a few weeks, I wound up trying to teach her in various math and science. I was basically, the whole teacher for this young child. And
How young?
Like at about 4 or 5.
Got some credence going?
And eventually, at one point, I mentioned, we might want to leave some bread or something out for the local spirits. And she said, but we're killing them. Why would I want to help them? And so I just said, fuck it. I walked out the door, but as I did, I just fist, backhand, and kind of caved her head in as I walked out the door.
So was an accident or was it intentional?
It was intentional, but kind of as it doesn't matter. It's all going to hell.
Oh my god. That's intense.
Very memorable dream, just because I woke up going, what the fuck? I just killed a little girl in my dream, and I wound up writing it all down just to go, what the hell is this? And then when people ask, so, what was a weird dream you had? I go, I have an answer.
Oh, yeah. No kidding, you have an answer. Question number 3 is, if money was no object, how would you spend your days?
I would poke around on the internet, play a few games, and then go to the theater.
Where you are attempting to be a board member?
Well, not that theater. I would hopefully be in a bigger theater, but yes,
Which theater would you be in if money was no object? Where would you live?
Chicago.
Yeah?
Chicago. I don't know which theater in Chicago, but I would be in a Chicago theater.
Okay. Playing video games? Which games are you playing right now?
Right now, Diablo, Overwatch.
Which one?
Diablo 3.
Okay. I'm going to ask that we do something, and that is that we shift. Stand up with me. You cool sitting here?
Yeah.
Okay. Jason has really bad ankles.
I also have a hard time getting to the ground. So.
Are you good here?
Yes.
Cool. Diablo 3, Overwatch. I don't know those. I know Diablo 3. I don't know Overwatch. I've never heard of that one. You having fun with it?
I'm getting an incoming call from...
Do it.
Hello? Hello? Sorry, this is not a good time.
It could be happening right now.
Yeah. Yes, I do know about the website. Thank you.
There's
Bye.
a website. Which website was it?
The website for the American Red Cross. I was not able to do my most recent blood donation because I had a minor heat rash in the inside of my elbows. And they're very strict about rashes appearing on elbows where they would generally do the draw.
Jason is a faithful blood donor. He's a good, kind soul who donates a lot of blood. So they're calling you now?
Well, yeah, they keep saying, well, hey, there are donations. And I was like, yeah, but I'm also working at those times. So my plan is Monday, there's a chance for me to go do a donation. There's currently a blood shortage, desperate blood shortage. If you do have a rarer blood type, or if you just feel the need, go out and donate blood right now. It's a great thing to do, and they are in need. But I was looking to do a double red blood donation on Monday, which is where they actually take the blood out of your arms, spin it through a centrifuge, and take out the red blood cells, and then put the rest of it back in.
Oh.
It takes out more red blood cells, and thus you get 2 months, or not 2 months, 4 months off, rather than 2 months off. But it leaves you feeling less drained because they put the fluid back in.
I don't even know what my blood type is. I think it is really cool that you do so much blood donation. How does it feel to have your blood running through the veins of strangers? I'm adding a question here. Just like, this is not remotely on the list.
I like it, especially recently they've had things where they will email me, hey, by the way, your blood is on the way to South Carolina to help with someone in a car crash. And they email me.
So they tell you
that it's being used, and it's...
Wow. What's your blood type?
A negative, which is actually about 7% of the population.
So it is kind of rare.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am an unusual blood type.
I don't know how blood types work. Does, like, negative mean... I don't know anything. Actually, I don't even know what question to ask about why your blood type is rare and useful.
There are 3 different primary blood types, primary genotypes for a blood type, which are A, B, and O. You get one portion from your mother and one from your father. O is recessive, so if you have anything other than O, you just become the other type.
So you have to have 2 O parents to have O?
Yes.
Okay.
However, O positive is the most common.
But O negative, is that the universal donor?
O negative is the universal donor.
Okay.
The positive or negative is an RH additional thing. I believe it's called the rhesus factor. The RH factor, positive or negative, is really only necessary to look at in a donation situation for pregnant mothers. So the fact that I have A negative, I could take an A positive because I am not a pregnant mother.
Okay, but you'd have to take A negative if you were pregnant.
Yes.
Okay.
And,
all right. I think I kind of absorbed that. I had 2 very strong beers.
Okay.
Question number 4. What is your favorite number?
3.
Any reason?
It has a nice shape. It's kind of as a triangle. It's very sturdy.
Okay. You have synesthesia.
Yes.
What kind of synesthesia do you have?
Primarily grapheme color, which is letters and numbers to colors.
So what color is 3?
Yellow. I actually really dislike the color yellow, which is kind of odd in that I really like 3. But 3 is yellow.
3 is yellow. What's K?
Pink.
Like hot pink or light pink or what kind of pink?
Kind of a darker magenta.
Okay.
P is more of a hot pink.
I made Jason at one point, I wrote out one of his favorite quotes in what I attempted to do as his like color alphabet, and there was no K in there, I don't think. What was the quote again?
Do more good than bad.
No K.
No K.
Do more good than bad. Question number 5. What is your ideal age? I'm not sure what that question is asking. Like, what's the ideal age for you to be? Or what's your, like, ideal age for, like, someone you find sexy? Or when do you think you're going to peak as a person?
I'm not sure what exactly that's asking. Strangely enough, I've found I'm guessing it has to do with the age parameters I set on, like, dating apps. But for a good stretch here, I've been kind of accepting the fact that I am 32, and then I'm remembering I'm 27.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're not fucking 32. Fuck that. You're not.
So, I don't know, but some part of my brain thinks I'm 32, and I don't know that.
I mean, you know what? I have no response. You're 27?
Yes.
You had to think about that for a minute. Let me give this a second. Woo! 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 Fire truck!
Fire truck! Fire truck!
Ring! It's a song that's written by a 6-year-old.
I didn't even know the song, but
No, it's a Mike Doty song. He only used to do it live, and he'd be like, "This song called Fire Truck is written by a 6-year-old, and it's called Fire Truck." And then you go, "Fire truck, fire truck, fire truck, ring." So every time I hear a fire truck goes through my head.
keep folding and unfolding it.
Where would you ideally retire to? Question number 6.
Ideally retire to?
Mm-hmm. You never have to work again if you don't want to.
Well, ideally, I would love to be a professional actor and continue working until I'm just too tired to be dealing with people, which would take a long time. And then I'd love to be in the family home
In Holland?
in Holland.
Run the shit at the theater? Be on the board for realsies?
Be the new Nancy Gasper.
I cannot imagine you as a Nancy Gasper.
No.
I'm not going to explain this to anyone who doesn't know who Nancy Gasper is, but Jason is not a Nancy Gasper. He's just not. Yeah, okay. No, like, you're totally going to retire in Holland. You're going to be like the best Holland dude ever. Oh no, don't make that face. Question number 8. Oh wait, no, shit. Question number 7.
Maybe I'll just scare off Hope.
Like Hope College?
Yeah.
Or Hope, like the concept of Hope?
Hope College.
Like scare them off how? How would you do this? What would your functional, like, scaring off Hope College look like?
Just removing... largely starting with the fact that the president of Hope was trying to abolish the skate park in downtown Holland.
So you'd turn all of Holland into a skate park?
I started just viewing Hope College as the Holland contingent of the Ignorant Tight Asses Club from West Wing, but
Yeah.
but
Wow.
you know, just they're the Ignorant Tight Ass Club, and I don't feel that they should have as much influence in the city as they do.
You know, Grand Rapids is referred to as Beer City, USA.
Yeah,
Do you know that Holland is referred to as Church City, USA?
I'm not surprised.
If you look up
Owasso also has a large amount of churches.
No, but if you look up the Wikipedia article about Holland fucking Michigan, you get Church City, USA. Like it is mentioned in the Wikipedia that like Holland is Church City, USA, because they got lots of churches and everybody goes to church.
Yeah.
Can I just like make an on-camera comment about how cool your tan looks? Because it's like, okay, so generally Jason and I hang out in the winter and he's very pale, but he's got like dark circles around his eyes. Stevie, you know what I'm talking about. But like you have this like amazing tan right now, like you're a toasted marshmallow, and I can see it's like a little bit of a farmer's tan. But your tan looks great. You're looking very Brazilian right now. Question number 7. What's your favorite thing about love? throwing you a curveball here.
Yeah, that's an Are we talking? I mean, like romantic love?
How do you interpret the question? This is the thing. I will not further interpret the question. How do you see it? What's your favorite thing about love, Jason?
I think it's a bullshit question. That's how I'm interpreting the question. It's love is something that everyone likes. Everyone likes to feel love. And what's your favorite thing? The fact that it's a good feeling. I mean, duh.
Do you think love is a feeling?
Love is an emotion, an action, it's a noun, it's a verb, it can be converted into an adverb. It's a very blasé word.
Really? Tell me more.
Tell me more.
Did you get very far? Yeah, no, but really, like, if you feel that love is a blasé word, I would like you to expound upon this.
I just feel that love, we talk about love in such a generic way. It's like, it is like the word like. I like it. Well, that can be, I really like the thing, or, it's okay. And part of it is we've overused it to a point where it's lost its real feeling.
What do you think its real feeling is?
I don't know.
So, if I'm understanding you correctly, your issue with the question is that love is too abstract to, like, really pin down what is being asked here.
Yes.
So all you've got is the feeling of being loved.
The feeling of being loved, the feeling of loving is...
Do you love the feeling of being loved more than you love the feeling of loving, or vice versa? Do you feel loved? Do you feel loved? Do you feel loved? That's a U2 from the 90s. Nobody gives a shit about 90s U2 except me.
I don't give a shit about U2 in any decade.
90s U2s. I feel the need to call the audience's attention to the fact that you keep clicking this fucking pen over and over. Click, click, click. Jason's a pen addict.
I'm also a fidgeter.
How much do you love pens, Jason? What do you feel about love as applied to fountain pens? You did not answer the question. What is your favorite thing about love, Jason? Jason Reimink, what's your favorite thing about love? Am I saying your name right? It's Reimink, right? It's not Reimink?
It's Reimink, yes.
Okay, I thought so. But I always second guess myself. Is that E before I? Like friend. Reimink. I don't know.
Reimink.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Shit.
It's that Germanic Dutch thing.
You Germanic Dutches. What's your favorite thing about love?
Love songs.
Love songs. What's your favorite love song?
Elizabeth.
By?
The Airborne Toxicated.
Okay. I haven't heard that one.
Yes, you have.
I have?
Yes.
When have I heard it?
I was driving you from your apartment back when you were in Greenbrier to the theater.
That was a long ass time ago, Jason.
Yes, it was.
I will have to listen to this song again. If that is your favorite love song, I'm going to go listen to it and put in a playlist tonight.
It is the one that, the basic plot of the song is Elizabeth, the narrator's girlfriend, is upset that all of his songs are sad songs. And he needs to write just one love song for her. The final verse has the line, all these songs are love songs. Just love at times can make you feel like shit. So you write a string of words down. It's better if there's some truth in it. It's true, I love you, Elizabeth.
Do you know Happiness Writes White by Harvey Danger?
Yes, that's another...
It's like along those same lines.
Yeah.
That if you're not familiar with that song, you should look it up. But it's like, if you're wondering why I never wrote you a song, it's because happiness writes white.
That's also an interesting one, just to think about the concept that...
I'm listening.
Well, now he is writing her a song, so...
I'm yellow 11:30. I don't wanna go to sleep.
Turn the TV off already. Curse the hours I have to keep. As you know, I've never been a confident man. I've been in the tall grass all my life. But if you wonder why I never wrote you a song, it's because happiness writes white.
It's the best day of interviews. I've had, shit, so many good things. Ooh. Question number 8. What have you never told your parents that you would like to? This is your chance.
Which? So that's the... Which parent? You know, I have such drastically different relationships with my parents.
Which one do you have a thing that you want to tell to more, or you can pick one for each? There's no restrictions here. Create content. I feel like also, by the way, this is going to be the longest one we've had so far, but it's also one of the most fun. So, I'm enjoying sitting on these uncomfortable bricks, talking to
cobblestones.
Cobblestones. Thank you. We're sitting on some cobblestones. They're warm from the sun. What do you want to tell your parents that you've never told them?
There are so many things I would like to tell my father, but I'm not sure what haven't I told him?
What comes to mind?
I mean, I haven't told him about so many of the shows that I'm in just because of the whole fucking Cats in the Cradle. Now that he's got time, I don't bullshit, because this will be our relationship one day, which...
They don't know about that. Do you want to tell them about that, or would you rather leave that vague?
I'd rather leave that vague.
There's a story here that I have heard, and it's devastating. The cat's in the fucking cradle. Okay, go ahead.
And I mean, hell, I was actually told by my stepmother that I need to not tell him about the shows that I'm in.
Why?
Because I need to tell her about the shows that I'm in. Because when I tell him about the shows that I'm in, he goes, oh, okay, and then he doesn't want to go to the show alone. He doesn't want to travel across the state alone.
Jason, how many shows that you've been in has your dad made it to?
None.
Okay. So it kind of feels like maybe that's not the issue there.
Well, the thing is, he thinks he does sometimes, but he never tells anyone else in the family that there's a show going on and that he might want to go across the state to see the show.
Right.
So what I need to do is I need to tell my stepmother, Gail, about the show, so that she can say, all right, we're going to this show, Marcos, you're coming with me.
Right.
Because she actually we had this conversation. Last time we had the conversation was prior to All My Sons. She wanted to go see the show.
You were really good in that show, by the way.
She really wanted to go see the show, but the weekend that it was up, my father was in Brazil because my uncle was having chemotherapy, and needed to be with his brother, family support. Also, that was the point where he was down there in Brazil with my grandparents to get my grandmother some new hearing aids because she has been deaf as a post for a long time, and they finally convinced her you should see a hearing doctor. And so my grandfather was down there in the office, and they had him trying to sign the forms for it. And they passed him the clipboard with all the forms, and my grandmother said, "No, it's not going to work. You can't see the forms." So I've got a deaf grandmother and a blind grandfather.
Oh no.
And
This is getting emotional.
the doctor was just like, "Oh, this is just great. The deaf leading the blind. You guys are going to work out great."
It's the stuff of country songs. That's another 90s U2 reference.
It's the stuff of...
Is your grandmother blonde?
No.
Okay, never mind.
It's the stuff of Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder films.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
So what do you want to tell your dad?
It would mean so much to see you out in that audience.
Did I just poke you in the eye with my hair clip?
No, just... I've got all the sweat moving around on my head. And
Yeah, it's a little warm out here.
It is a little warm today.
Jason is a really good actor. I've seen him in many a show. I've directed him in one show. And, by the way, Jason is a director's dream. He's able to create, and he's able to take direction, and he's just fun to work with and fun to be around. I've fallen in stage love with Jason many a time. He's just fucking rad. Jason's dad, Marcos Diaz. Go see one of his shows. When he gets a good part, he's gonna tell you, and you should go see it. Because this guy's the shit. I want to tell your dad that too. That's why I did that. Question number 9. How do you feel about nudity? Zach Sherporn, who you have never met, wrote these questions, and I feel like the lineup has just been really great so far.
I love nudity.
Yours, others, the concept in general?
The concept in general. I'm really not a fan of wearing clothes sometimes. That's just kind of part of that.
I mean, like, we're out sitting on cobblestones in the heat, and I'm like, the less clothes, the better would be right now. Like,
yeah.
If I was wearing jeans, I would want to take them off. I'm wearing this, like, short skirt thing, and it's like, okay, I've got a little breeze, but...
That's right.
That's right.
I was just remembering that there's a 10% off code in my email for a website called Damn Near Kiltum. I could get myself a kilt for 10% off.
Okay, so this is like personal and revealing, but the last guy that I hooked up was wearing a kilt, and I was like, I'm liking that. I'm liking the kilt thing. I didn't think I'd ever like the kilt thing. Kind of like the kilt thing. Question number 10. What do you do to kill time on the toilet? We went from like serious, like straight into Jason territory. Nudity, killing time on the toilet.
I read.
What do you read?
I read books. I read internet articles.
What are you reading books right now? What books are you reading right now, parsed correctly and not in a shitty way?
American Gods. I am rereading for, I believe, the third time.
Who's your favorite character in American Gods?
Sam Blackcrow. However, I was recently noticing that actually our gods, our primary gods on the side of Wednesday and Shadow, are Odin, yes, Anansi, Tronabog, Whiskey Jack, or Wasaka Jack, and spoilers! There's a bit of Loki as well. And the thing is, they're all tricksters.
You're a trickster.
In their own...
A little bit.
When I did the whole Myers-Briggs thing, I was happy to find that my type is also the type of Bugs Bunny.
You're ENTP, yeah?
Yeah, childhood hero of mine.
Okay.
Bugs Bunny coming from the history of Brer Rabbit, coming from an amalgamation of various African trickster gods, so yeah, I'm kind of a trickster and a storyteller. It's great.
So you're ENTP, I'm ENFP. From your understanding of the Myers-Briggs, what's the difference, like, where's the, like, disconnect between T and F?
That goes more into the functional stack, the function stack. Both of us have the dominant function of NE, which is the extroverted intuition, which is kind of where just thoughts come in and we start interpreting various things that we see around us and just trying to process it all. For the ENFP, the next function is FI, which is the introverted feeling.
Okay.
So these things come in. These things come in, and we're trying to process it. And the next thing is, for the ENFP, how do I feel about it? Whereas for the ENTP, it's what do I think about it?
Okay. All right. Okay. Yup. I gotcha. Yup. Bing, bing. Goes my phone.
The next function is the tertiary, which generally, as things go, we're more developed on our dominant, almost as developed with the secondary. We have a lot of potential for growth with the tertiary, and then we're just really bad with the auxiliary, and the auxiliary function always winds up being the inverse of the dominant. So
introverted
sensing.
Yep. Okay. I get it.
And sensing is just taking in basic information, not trying to take any meaning beyond it, just the basic information.
Oh, but I'm such a meaning person.
That's intuition. That's the intuition.
Shit, it makes so much sense.
The auxiliary function, SI, that we're both lacking is taking in the basic information about ourselves, about our body. Just, oh, yeah, that's right. I haven't eaten.
Yup.
Or, oh, wait, that was uncomfortable. I probably should have moved from this position a while ago.
Yeah, and speaking of, I'm going to speed us through the last 3 questions because I have to pee really bad. Last 2, because you read on the toilet, That was
Yeah.
question number 10. Number 11 is baths or showers?
Showers. In basically all cases.
The question number 12 is why that one? If you don't believe me, you can look.
Yep, there we have it. Why showers? Because it just feels faster and I can get done with the basic hygiene thing so I can go on to do whatever has caught my interest at the moment. And I can go on to do that. And just the whole sitting and washing thing, I'm never quite sure. Have I rinsed it all off, or am I still sitting in this soapy water that... So there's kind of a question of, am I rinsed? Am I not rinsed? Can I ever be rinsed?
You're like sitting in your own filth. What I do is I take a bath and I sing Boni Bath. I like put on Boni Bath and I sing Boni Bath, and sometimes I send Snapchats of myself from like the collarbones up singing Boni Bath to people in the bathtub. And then I get done with my Boni Bath bath and I stand up and turn on the shower and I rinse off. Take a bath and then you take like a 30-second shower and you're good. That's my strategy.
Okay.
So Jason, you have answered every question on our list tonight. We are at 41:46. This is the longest 12 thoughts ever, and it's been completely worth it. I hope every person watching this has watched every minute. But there's two things you get to do at the end. Number one, if you have a project or something that you have coming up that you want to plug, now's the time.
You have cleared the board. You can plug...
Plug your shit, Jason. And if you want to plug blood donation, plug blood donation.
Go donate. Go bleed for someone. Preferably into a container that they can then transfer that to a hospital or something.
Don't bring them like a Always Sunny in Philadelphia blood bucket.
No, do not do that. Do not do that. But go let them poke you. Unless you don't, unless you're anemic or too small or,
Went to a banned country recently. Got a tattoo.
Got a piercing.
Go donate blood if you can. Go do that thing.
And, what else can I do?
If you don't have another project to plug, you get to send a message to the person who's going to answer your questions. They will not see it before because I think I'm interviewing them tonight. This is my fourth interview of the day, or third interview out of 4 of the day. So,
well, no messages. Rock on. Well,
Cheat Commandos, rock on.
Maybe that is a message. Rock on.
Riggedy roll. Okay, this has been Jason Reimink. This has been an absolute delight, and if you ever see him in your daily life, you should give him a big-ass hug because he gives good hugs. That's what I gotta say to plug Jason. Y'all take care. I'm gonna go pee. Bye.